All right, I'd like to welcome you all to the September 15th Planning Commission meeting. We'll call the meeting to order, and if you would please stand with me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, again, welcome to the meeting. First item on the agenda is approval of the minutes from the August 4th, 2025 meeting. I believe Andrew sent them out to everyone. Unless you have any questions or comments, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All right, any further discussion on that item? Andrew, call roll when you're ready.
All right, motion on the floor to approve the August 4th, 2025 Planning Commission meeting minutes. Dick?
Yes.
Jack?
Yes.
Mayor?
Yes.
Tyson?
Yes.
Bob?
Yes.
Brian?
Yep.
Motion carried, minutes approved.
All right, item 2 on the agenda is a use variance for a condo in an R1 district from Hartman Home Services LLC at 254 Connin Street. Andrew, I'll turn it over to you to let us know about that.
We might as well go ahead and talk about both these at the same time. One's for 254 Connin Street, the other is 232 Connin Street. If you direct your eyes to the screen, both these lots are currently empty. This is 232, and this is 254. Mr. Hartman would like to construct 2-unit condos on these 2 lots, and then sell each individual dwelling unit to a prospective buyer. I do have plans for the condos. So those kind of what they look like, or what he's proposing. As far as thinking. As far as square footage, each unit would be roughly 1,250 square feet with a, I believe it was around 350 square feet garage. Well, the computer locked up. With that being said, I have received several calls and emails regarding this request. I did receive a petition, which I passed to you guys right before the meeting. I don't know if everybody's had a chance to look at it yet. Okay, Mayor just informed me there are 52 signatures on that petition. I forwarded on the emails received from Rebecca Kuhn and Joanna Deal. I received phone calls from Deb Conte, Mike Stoller, Ray Connin, Bonnie Cheney, and Danielle Parker stating they were against this use variance. I also received a call from Bob Iyer, who was inquiring about the process of the Planning Commission meeting. And received an email from Brandon Geyser, asked several questions, and he was against it as well. This time I will turn it back over to you guys.
The biggest thing that I see is the restrictions, the deed restrictions are on that. You know, that states in their building location type and so forth, and it, you know, it does not allow this. It does allow the chance to modify these deed restrictions and covenants once every 10 years. I think there was one revision to them, what we found since then, but that won't be available again until February of 2028. So I don't know legally if this board can override a deed restriction. You know, that's something we need to think about here, because there actually is a platted and recorded restriction, conditions, and easements on this subdivision. So that's something we have to discuss, I guess.
And to change that, don't they need 50%?
Yeah, they need 50% of the property owners to approve of that, and then they can actually modify for a change.
What percent is on this petition?
More than 50 if I had to guess, based on that.
Yeah.
Do we know how many?
So-
There's 80 lots, I think.
Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest hangup I see. I just,
What's the lot numbers there?
it says lots number 20 to 109 inclusive, so that'll be 90 lots.
And I can be honest, some of these names I looked for, we had gotten emails from them, like, they aren't necessarily on this petition list. It's almost
Right.
like they weren't on it, so they called Andy instead. So that would, in my humble opinion, make the number bigger than 52.
Yeah, I just don't think this board is the proper place to, let me back up here. This board is the proper place to ask for this type of a variance. But when there's a deed restriction that does not allow that variance, or that, what he's asking for to take place, they have to go through the process on here, which would be in 2028, is when they're able to do that. And then they would come back here, once they get the restrictions changed, and then come back here to ask for that. So just my opinion. I mean, I don't know what anybody else feels about that, but I don't know how we can override.
I think even
recording.
if we were to attempt, like if we look at this commission. Okay, if we look at this commission as a whole, I mean, we are set up as a body to the residents that live in that neighborhood. If there's a zoning change or a variance change in their neighborhood, the whole point of zoning is to allow for changes, but also to keep with the,
Yeah, what the neighborhood wants.
originality of the
Yeah.
neighborhood, right? So these folks are here today. Now, we haven't gotten them to the podium, so I should not make assumptions, but I think they're probably not in favor of the project based on the petitions we've gotten and the communication. So even if we did have the legal authority on a deed restriction, myself as a board member would not grant the variance based on the fact that the neighborhood has clearly spoken today, in my opinion.
Well, I guess we can open up for public comment. Mr. Hartman, do you have anything you want to say to the board? Nothing, okay, all right. Is there anyone else who would like to comment? And, I mean, I understand there's several people in here against it, if,
I would.
okay, all right. Step up and state your name, please, up to the podium. Thank you.
I have a couple of comments. I was the one that went around with the petition, and we got a letter stating that within 250 feet. Well, when I went around to the neighborhood, there was many people that were unaware of it, and I don't think that's right, since it also affected them. So I think that everyone in the neighborhood that's affected should receive a letter,
Okay,
because we are all Connin Edition.
right,
And, there was just really a few of us that got the letter.
right. I'd agree with you in certain
Yeah.
cases like that,
So-
but our code does only state 250 feet.
I know, and I
so-
think that code should be looked at, because there's several people, I think, here that never received the letter, and just from me going around, they were made aware of it, and now they're here.
Right, we also do put it in the Bryan Times under the legal notices as well, just so people can
And how
see
many
that.
people get the Bryan Times anymore?
I wish more would, but,
Yeah, that's part of the problem, though, is there's a
Yeah.
little bit of the responsibility on the neighborhood. Like, we have a legal obligation to send it to the local circulating paper. We do that. If you choose not to buy that paper, and it's in our code that we only have to do 250 feet, that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, but
So
I
understand
think,
your concern, but
yeah.
there is a little bit of onus on the community that sometimes you have to go find your own information.
yeah, and I do think that is something that should be looked at, because it did affect
well, it's,
three streets,
Yeah.
and there was only a few of us that got it.
and at the time of the application, I'm not arguing with you, but at the time of the application, we did not have these deed restrictions. So we weren't necessarily aware that the entire neighborhood had these deed restrictions on it. So, in our defense, we weren't aware of this. This was brought to us as a result of the letters being sent out, which the letters did their purpose, got sent out, and then we received
Right.
additional information on it. So-
But I did have something I wanted to
Sure,
say.
absolutely.
Okay. My name is Deb Stoller, and I have loved being a homeowner in the Connin Edition for 26 years. I'm speaking on behalf of myself and many of my neighbors in the Connin subdivision to respectfully request that the proposed rezoning of property from R1 to R2 be denied. When we chose to build or purchase our homes in this subdivision, we did so based on the Connin deed restrictions for single-family homes only, and the safety, quietness, and character provided by R1 zoning. Changing this to R2 would negatively impact both current residents and long-term quality of our subdivision. R1 zoning preserves the single-family residential environment that our subdivision was built upon. Allowing R2 development would alter the look, feel, and intent of our neighborhood. Two-family housing brings additional cars, congestion, and on-street parking. We're not interested in increased traffic, and additional vehicles increase safety risks for children and pedestrians. We invested in this neighborhood because of its R1 designation. Adding R2 units often reduces property values, reduces curb appeal, and changes buyers' expectations, shifting the neighborhood to less single-family stability, changing the character of our neighborhood. Granting one R2 request sets a precedent for additional applications, undermining the subdivision's original zoning and deed restrictions, and the trust residents placed in this planning process. We understand the importance of development and growth, but growth must respect the promises made to us, the existing homeowners, and preserve the family-friendly environment that we originally invested in. For these reasons, I have provided you with a petition to keep Connin Addition zoned R1 and signed by several single-family homeowners in the Connin subdivision. We strongly urge you to protect the character and investment of our neighborhood and by denying the request to rezone from R1 to R2. Thank you.
Thank you.
Brian, don't forget the gentleman in the second.
Hey, I will, yep.
Hi. For those who don't know me, I'm Ray Connin, and I developed that subdivision out there, and I'm the author of the restrictions. And it's my intention, as long as I'm alive, to enforce those restrictions. So if you approve this variance, I'll take the next step. Okay?
Perfect.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. In the back, you would raise your hand, I think?
No, she pretty well covered everything anyway, so.
Okay.
I'm with her.
Okay. Is there anyone else who would like to speak on behalf of this issue publicly? For or against it?
Can I?
Yeah, we can deliberate, absolutely.
I don't know that I need to, so if you guys need to deliberate, let me know.
No, feel free.
Otherwise, I'd like to make a motion to deny both use variances for 254 Connin Street and 232 Connin Street based on the neighborhood and their desire to keep it as an R1, and also with the revelation of the deed restriction, which I would assume that the folks that own the lot would have had a copy of that. So hopefully they knew that before they were going in. But I would ask for a motion to deny both.
So is that, did you make a
I would
motion?
make a motion. I'm so sorry. I'm
Okay,
in the wrong
that's fine.
meeting today.
Actually, can we do these one at a time? since
Sure.
I know
Right.
this is one at a time.
Yep, I'd like to make a motion to deny the use variance for 254 Connin Street.
I'll
Okay.
second.
You guys get to arm wrestle for that one.
Go for it.
Rock, paper, scissors.
All right. Any further discussion on this?
Let me make sure that I understand. So motion deny, we're gonna vote which way?
So you-
Well, we're-
you can
we're
vote
just- we're
yes if you
denying the
want them to
variance.
stay in
Okay,
R1.
okay.
So you
So-
would vote yes if you wanted to stay in R1 and deny the use variance. You would vote no if you want to give them the use
There
variance.
you go, okay.
Yeah, the motion is to deny this.
Yeah,
So if
okay.
we agree with denying it, we vote yes.
Okay.
Okay. Andrew, when you're ready, you can call roll.
Okay, motion on the floor to deny the use variance for 254 Connin Street for condos. Mayor?
Yes.
Dick?
Yes.
Jack?
Yes.
Tyson?
Yes.
Bob?
Yes.
Brian?
Yes.
All right, motion carried, use variance denied.
All right, item 3, use variance, condo in R1 for 232 Connin Street. We had the same discussion, everything applies. I guess we'll entertain a motion either way on this.
I'll make a motion that we deny the variance for lot 232 in the Connin district.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Any further discussion? Andrew, call roll.
All right, motion on the floor to deny the use variance for a condo for 232 Connin Street. Dick?
Yes.
Jack?
Yes.
Mayor?
Yes.
Tyson?
Yes.
Bob?
Yes.
Brian?
Yep.
Motion carried, use variance denied.
Okay, Andrew, is there anything on the books for next month potentially?
Yes, actually, I received an application today, so plan on having a meeting October
6th?
6th.
6th. That sounds right. This would be for a use variance for, at the Old American Legion there at the corner of East Bryan and South Emmett.
Okay. All right, with nothing further, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion, we adjourn.
Thank you, Bob.
Second.
Thank you, Tyson. Andrew, when you're caught up, call roll.
Motion on the floor to adjourn. Bob?
Yes.
Tyson?
Yes.
Brian?
Yes.
Dick?
Yes.
Jack?
Yes.
Mayor?
Yes.
All right, meeting adjourned. Thank you all for attending.